So one of the things I'm working on is standing. Now, you might say, why am I working on standing? Because we're, quote, a missed milestone. Sometimes you have to get away from the actual milestones. One of the things that happens when you're working with CP, and this is just mild CP, is the association of weight transfer. I don't care what diagnosis we're looking at, we're gonna have a problem with weight transfer, right? That's what makes a diagnosis. We have to start looking at just movements alone as being a part of the way the person organizes movement. That has to be number one. So I get it that she hasn't, let's say, perfected or even gone into her crawling, those kind of things. However, I have to work on weight transfer. Now, when a child comes to me a little bit older, so she's just turning 1 tomorrow, she needs to be working on weight transfer. It is much easier sometimes for me to influence at least the weight transfer in, let's say, a standing position than it might be in a crawling position. Why? Because as you can see socially, she's 1. She's playing with dad, she's got eye contact, she's doing all of those things, she's doing it. But here, I have to work on her weight transfer. I'm letting her foot come up and around. Now, I'm using also the laser to help solidify or ground that. We don't stand from our feet, we stand from our pelvis. So what I'm working on more is a pubic bone strike. And when someone is mature of a 1-year-old mentally, they don't want to go back necessarily tummy time and work on the pubic bone strike. And so I'm working with it in standing. Some things just, or some munchkins when you're working on, take a different type of problem solving because you have to do what's best for the child, not what you think is right in as far as development goes. You know, the one thing I do say about with working with special needs sometimes, like, you know, when you're making spaghetti or all that sort of stuff, you kind of put the ingredients in one by one, and you can't just dump them all into the pot. As you can see here, she's really trying to use her fine motor skills, and her foot's coming off the table. And I'm not trying to put her foot back down. I will do it from, let's say, the pelvis and see how her toes come straight down. One of the reasons why she doesn't like to present the standing prior to movement lesson is because her toes would curl. And you can see she'll do it a little bit, but if I work on weight transfer and those kind of stance, and then she can play with the way she's standing. She will curl as her balance gets affected. When her balance comes down, the curl won't be as significant. Those are some of the things that I'll be working on with her. Again, working on the pubic bone strike, bringing her back down, but she's just getting tired. But as you can see, when I put her straight down, her toes are fine. All the toys in the closet, she'd rather play with the diaper.